Hi friends, so today is such a gorgeous warm day that we are going to do our mat work on my porch today. So we're going to start with just a few quick stretches, stretching the hamstrings this way, laying on your back, knees bent, and trying not to push into your low back as you straighten your leg. We'll just do a few of these. And then at the last one, we'll point and flex the foot, trying to keep the legs straight while you point and flex. And then we'll do the other side. Bending and straightening. And resisting the urge to push into your low back. We'll keep it straight and point and flex on this last one. The next thing I want to do as just another small warm-up is to take your hands together behind your head, lift your elbows toward the ceiling, and then just lift your head with your arms. Don't worry too much about your form. Try to mostly use your arms to lift your head and to hold it. And just gently move your head side to side. Almost like you're going to give yourself a chiropractic adjustment, but let your head fall into your hands. So it's just simple little stretch for your neck and your upper back. You could even use your arms to pull you forward more. And then we'll come back down. Next, we're going to go into the 100. So you'll take a big breath in. Exhale, scoop your abs. Curl forward and start your pumps. Inhaling for 5 full counts and exhaling for 5 full counts. And as you know, if it feels easy, you can bring your knees to your chest and keep going. And we'll straighten the legs to the ceiling if you can and keep going. Inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5. If any of these positions feel like a strain, you can keep your knees bent and your feet on the mat. We can also straighten the legs on a diagonal. I'm going to go on a really low diagonal and keep my heels down for the rest of my sets today because I'm talking. Last set. And then you'll bend your knees to your chest and roll down or just stretch your legs out along the mat. And we'll take our arms up overhead and just take a little stretch here, holding your right hand with your left, or your right wrist with your left hand. Come back to center and hold the left wrist with the right hand and just kind of pull and come back to center. So we're going to go into our roll-ups next, squeezing your legs together. If you don't have a foot strap, you'll want to flex your feet really firmly and hold them flexed, or point your toes and reach them actively to the floor. Using our feet a lot will help stabilize us. You'll inhale, curl your chin to your chest, round forward over your legs like a conveyor belt, abdominals first, and we'll roll back. We'll do 5 of those. And if those feel too challenging for you, or if they hurt your back or anything like that, you could also do them from a sitting position like this. If you're doing your full roll-ups, do 3 more. You could choose to do them like this, rolling back just till the arms are straight, and then exhaling and curling forward using your abdominals. You want to use your abs no matter which version you're doing. The feet are trying to stay still, and we're rotating the pelvis a little and using the abdominals to move your spine through space. I'm going to do a full one on my last one. And then after this one, we'll stay down and press our arms down into the mat by our sides. We'll take one leg up to the ceiling. Lift that hip just a little, take it over to the other side, exhale home. Focus on the moving across the midline in your single leg circles versus moving away from your center. In other words, the circle happens over your body and not so much out to the side. When we reverse, it's the same road in the opposite direction. So we'll go down and reach way around to the opposite shoulder. 2 more. And last one. We'll bend the knee into the chest, squeeze it in close, and switch legs. Taking your other leg up, press your arms to the mat, lift and go over, and exhale home. Inner thigh to the opposite shoulder. In this case, I'm moving my right leg. It's going across to the left, and my abs pull in to bring it home. And then we'll reverse it. Inhaling straight down and reaching across the midline. 2 more this way. And then we're going to go into rolling like a ball next. To get there, you'll bend your knee into your chest, hold your shin with your hands, and roll yourself up to sitting. Now, we didn't talk about this in the last video, but at home, you're going to want to make sure you have some good padding, and that's the only reason I put this picnic blanket down here on the floor. If you're using a yoga mat, it's probably not thick enough for rolling, so you'll want to fold it in halves or even thirds and make sure it's lined up along your back. You just need a little cushioning for your spine. For rolling like a ball, we hold the ankles and curl forward, feet together. However, if that position feels like a hardship, you could hold the back of your knees and roll like that. The main thing here is to inhale as you roll back and exhale to come up, and to keep your shape as steady and round as possible the whole time. Ooh, that was a bad one. 2 more. And then you'll scooch back on your mat. So if you're at home with a yoga mat that you folded up, you'll probably want to spread it out a little bit for the single leg stretch. So I'll take my right hand to my right ankle, left hand to the knee, roll back into an ab curl and straighten the left leg out. The bent leg, you're pulling it in actively. We'll inhale for 2 legs and exhale for 2 legs. Eyes on the belly. Wide elbows. And last one. Bring your knees in. Stay rounded. We'll do the double leg stretch next. Inhale, arms and legs go out. We exhale, circle your hands and grab your ankles. 3 more. And then we're going to come right up to sitting and move into spine stretch. We'll take your legs apart wide. If your hamstrings are tight, you can sit up on a yoga block or something like that. You'll want your feet really flexed. Today we're going to do a version with your hands on the mat. So you'll just exhale, curl your chin to the throat, round forward, and as you round, your hands just sort of slide forward on your mat. And then you'll pull your abs in and roll yourself up to vertical. We're going to do that just 2 more times. Exhale, curl forward, rounding into yourself. So it's not a flat back, leaning forward type thing. You're really curling your nose towards your belly button, even though the arms are reaching forward. We'll stay here when you run out of air. Take another breath. Exhale, curl forward some more. Keep those feet flexed and curl forward some more. You could use your hands to sort of itsy bitsy spider your fingers forward on the mat and bring you into a deeper stretch. On the next inhale, we'll pull the abs in and roll all the way up to vertical. Next, we're going to take our arms wide to the sides. Feet are still flexed, by the way. We're going to twist the waist to the right, curl forward, back hand to the ceiling, and then your abdominals pull in and lift you up. Twist left, curl forward, back hand toward the ceiling, abs in. I'm going to go a little faster. Twist, curl, inhale up, spiral your waist, exhale forward. Last set. And last one. And then we're going to go into swan. So you'll lay on your tummy with your legs straight out, hands under your shoulders, forehead on the mat. Very slightly tuck your pelvis under so your low abs lift to protect your low back. You'll lift your eyes, head, chest, stretch forward. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Keeping the inner thighs together. Lift your eyes, head, chest, pull forward. And pull forward as you come down. Last one. And then we'll sit back on your heels to round your spine for a moment, really curling your tailbone toward your heels. And then we're going to do some side kicks. So I'm going to start on my left side, so I'll talk about my right leg moving. Your feet go forward to the front edge of the mat. Your spine, elbows, shoulders, hips are all at the back edge. Top hands on the mat for now. Top leg at hip height. We'll kick front and we'll point back. You're going to get a nice close-up of the bottom of my foot here and point back. Flex in the front. Point back. Last one here. Flex and point. And then we'll stack your leg and turn it out. Try to keep your gaze forward. When we turn out, we're externally rotating that thigh so the knee and toes point toward the ceiling. We point up, we flex down. Point up, flex down. You want to really work the external rotation at the back of the hip. So when you pick your leg up, you're not really doing it from the inside in the front of the thigh here, but you're doing it from the back. We'll reverse, flex up, point down, keeping the waist long. It's a really lovely breeze today, just so nice because it's at least 72 degrees out, which is wrong, but nice at this time of year. And we'll stay down this time, squeeze your inner thighs together. Lift them up, lower them down. Lift, lower. You'd like to keep those inner thighs really squeezing together like a single leg. And then we're going to just flip around and do that same little sequence on the other side. So lining your back up along the back edge of your mat, feet forward to the front edge, top leg up to hip height, and front, and back, back. If you can, you'll flex in the front and point back, keeping your waist long. So we're doing fewer reps today, partly because I'm talking while I'm doing it, but we're just going to kind of mix up these workouts a little bit throughout March. We'll stack your leg, turn it out. Make sure you're really spiraling that thigh bone backward. We'll point up, flex down, and point and flex. Last one here. We'll stay down, squeeze the inner thighs, lift and lower. You'd like to relax your neck and shoulders and do your lifting with your hips and your abdominal obliques. Last one here. If your hips are very tight or if they feel really weak and they're burning after doing those, you can lay on your back and do a piriformis stretch quick. Just pause the video for that. Next, we're going to do swimming. So you'll lay on your belly like we did for swan, slightly tucking the tailbone under and lifting those low abs. Then you'll lift your eyes, head, and chest. I really like to push down on the floor to help me pull my chest forward and lift it up. And then the legs lift. And we kick, kick, kick. Looking straight ahead, lifting your legs and eyes, kick, 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 kick. And then we'll come down, sit back on the heels to round your spine. Roll up to sitting, and we'll do seal to finish our quick workout. So your hands will go between your legs and around to the outside of your ankles. This is a rolling exercise, so if you have that yoga mat, you're going to want to triple it or fold it at least in half behind you. We'll lift your feet up. Try to find a balance here on your sacrum. Knees are up toward your shoulders. If you can, you'll clap 3 times in that balance. Inhale to your shoulders, exhale back to your balance. The goal is to stay rounded in the same shape and never let the back of your head or neck touch the mat. Inhale back, exhale up. And last one, clap, clap, clap. Inhale and exhale up. Okay, so that was the express, quick, low rep version of our Mat 10. Join us.